So the cat's out of the bag. We are making some massive upgrades to the Cosmic Academy of Astrology all throughout 2025. And when you enroll now, you're going to save $1,000 when you join us before February 1st when the price increases. And before we get into all of the upgrades, all of the new content, all of the new features that we're adding, I wanted to give you a quick rundown and a tour of the Academy so you'll see what you're going to be getting instant access to the moment that you enroll. And so in the Cosmic Academy of Astrology, we're going to help you to learn to weave everything together, to give soul-stirring readings, and to make freaky accurate predictions using all sorts of different techniques, which we'll get into in just a second. But the way that we do this is through a step-by-step approach to astrology mastery. You're going to get over 120 hours instantly of meticulously crafted video lessons that take you from foundational knowledge all the way to advanced chart interpretation in a very clear, strategic, and manageable way, so you can deliver deeply resonant readings that captivate and empower your friends, your family members, you, and also your clients. And this is before we add all of the new features and all of the new content. So this library of really valuable astrology insight is only going to continue to grow, and you're going to get all of that included. And one of the things that sets the Cosmic Academy of Astrology apart from other astrology programs is our step-by-step integration lessons that guide you in blending each new layer of insight every step of the way, so you can create cohesive, real-world interpretations. Every time you learn something new, you're going to learn how to integrate it and actually use it in giving readings. This is where you start to weave it all together. We also offer a very structured curriculum that helps you seamlessly connect every piece of the chart, transforming complex astrology patterns and dynamics into clear, actionable insights so you can use the chart to tell a story. Another thing that's unique to the Cosmic Academy of Astrology is that we offer comprehensive learning with unlimited support from expert professional astrologers. You'll get pre-recorded lectures, of course, which we already talked about, but also interactive study sessions paired with one full year of twice monthly live Q&A calls with our expert astrologers that will ensure that every concept you learn is fully understood and practically applied. You'll also get a full year of live monthly study group sessions for each level led by our expert professional astrologers, offering unmatched opportunity to master chart reading with confidence and practice what you're learning in real time. You'll engage in interactive practice activities, quizzes. You'll be making interpretations alongside our teaching assistants, so you can not only get practice, but get real-time feedback on your interpretations from an actual human person and get additional demonstrations from other experts who might have a little bit of a different perspective, and that can help you in getting a more well-rounded education. You'll also enjoy lifetime access to the session recordings, allowing you to learn at your own pace while still receiving personalized feedback, because you'll get to ask your questions in the comments, in the community, and through a direct email line to our expert astrologers. These bonus study group sessions are designed to help you seamlessly integrate and apply your knowledge, making your astrology practice truly transformative. You'll also get personalized guidance every step of the way in between all of these sessions, with the ability to ask unlimited questions and receive detailed feedback not only on your interpretations, but on your homework assignments and everything else that you're doing in this course along the way by our team of skilled professional astrologers, so you're never going to feel uncertain or confused about whether or not you're getting it right. Speaking of feedback on the assignments, there are strategic assignments that are layered in with each new level of knowledge. These assignments aren't just created haphazardly, they're carefully crafted and designed to test your knowledge while developing the critical thinking skills that are essential for accurate chart interpretation, so you can learn to synthesize the astrological layers of knowledge that you're picking up along the way by actively practicing what you're learning. And one more thing that really sets the Cosmic Academy of Astrology apart from other astrology programs is our interactive online student community, where you get to connect with like-minded astrology lovers and you get to practice, learn, and grow together. And so you're going to have a safe, supportive space to not only connect with people who share your interests, who are astrology lovers just like you, but who can give you feedback on your interpretations, who can interpret your chart in return. And so this is a valuable resource that you also have lifetime access to. So now let's take a quick tour so you can see exactly what you're learning in the Cosmic Academy of Astrology level by level. And there are 6 levels in the Academy, beginning with our level 1, which is our foundational astrology program, which gives you everything you need to master the art of natal chart interpretation, start to finish. Whether you're a beginner or you're somebody who's already been practicing astrology a little bit, learning and picking up bits and pieces along the way, this is going to help you integrate your knowledge, weave it together, make complex interpretations for aspects, aspect patterns, and so much more. But it'll also give you those foundations in the signs, planets, houses, all of it. And so this is what you're learning in level 1. We're going to be covering everything from the planet signs and houses to angles, sect. So we incorporate Hellenistic astrology concepts as well. You're going to learn a lot about the lunar nodes. And we have, as I mentioned before, these integration layers where you get to learn how to put it all together. When it comes to planetary aspects, we have these broken up into 2 modules, one where you get an introduction and another one where you're going to go through each aspect really in depth, bit by bit, where they're each getting their own lesson, which is what they really deserve, because these aspects are very complicated. They can be hard to weave together. And so we make sure that we devote not only plenty of time, but also a lot of resources and a lot of opportunities for demonstration, integration, and active participation when it comes to learning planetary aspects, because that's where a lot of students get stuck. We're also adding a ton of new material to level 1, including some advanced chart interpretation techniques. And so we're going to be learning about combust and Cazimi planets with some of the new material, beginning and end degree planets and their nuances of interpretation. You're going to learn not only about the modern system of decans, which is a way of splitting up the zodiac signs and giving them a little bit more detail in their interpretation, but also we're going to learn about the Hellenistic decans. We'll get deeper into Hellenistic concepts like triplicity lords and terms or bounds, and we'll talk about evaluating planetary dignity, which is all about looking at a planet and discovering if it's going to be a good planet that's easy and brings a lot of benefits, or if it's going to be something you have to work a little bit harder with because it provides maybe some challenges. In level 2, this is all about transits. This is the starting point for learning how to make accurate predictions, to time different events, to understand how to make these nuanced, freaky accurate predictions that blow your clients away, help your friends and family, and help you navigate your own life really precisely. And so we have this broken up into different sections here. We go through the inner and outer planets separately. We have different research assignments where you learn how to apply these skills of predictions to real life interpretations, to real life birth charts and chart readings. We do a big deep dive into the lunar nodes and eclipses. We talk about inner planets and luminaries. And so each level is broken up into different modules. So you can see here in module 1, we just get you an introduction into how to identify all of the transits. And then we talk about outer planet transits. Inner planet transits are going to be a little bit later down the line. These are going to be your activating forces that give you more subtlety and nuance. We have strategic assignments every step of the way, including our research assignments. And so level 3 is all about house rulerships. I gave this its own level because house rulerships are super important and they can be very complex. And the technique of using house rulerships really is the key to understanding the chart in a very detailed way where you can make very precise interpretations. And so this is like a next level skill. This is a more advanced skill set when it comes to reading birth charts. And this is also going to help you with your predictive practices later on down the line. So in level 3, we go over everything from combining the symbolism of multiple houses, evaluating the chart ruler, determining the condition of the planetary ruler of each of the houses. We look at a holistic approach to chart interpretation where we're incorporating house rulerships with all of the other techniques that we've learned throughout the course. We have specific modules about using house rulerships for career and relationship interpretations because these are the things you'll get asked about most and that you're probably wondering about the most for your own purposes. And then we integrate transits with house rulerships to help you make really precise predictions. And we're adding a bonus lesson later on in the year all about derivative houses, which is just another way of adding more layers of insight to the house system and to house rulerships. And then level 4, we get into more broad scale predictive practices. So we're looking at timing when it comes to a monthly or annual perspective using solar returns, lunar returns, annual perfections, and we're also going to be including a new module on monthly perfections. So here we're incorporating not just modern astrological technique, but also traditional Hellenistic timing techniques like annual perfections, and we're weaving them together in a way that's seamless, along with transits to make the timing even more precise. In level 5, this is where you're going to get an introduction to secondary progressions. So we already have a whole section here on secondary progressions of the moon, but we're also going to be adding additional modules on the progressed chart and how that interacts with your birth chart later on in 2025. So you're going to get a whole basically course on secondary progressions included with the Academy a little bit later on. And again, this is going to be included with your enrollment right now. It's just that it will be released a little bit later, so you'll have to kind of wait and go through all of the other juicy content first. And then we have level 6, which is our astrology, business, marketing, and consultation skills level. This is where we're going to walk you through how to actually give a top-notch expert level astrology reading. This is where you're going to really become an attuned professional astrologer who gives these beautiful, meaningful readings that actually help people. And this covers everything from ethical considerations in astrology to make sure that you are helping your clients in the best possible way, to some counseling skills that can be very important in astrology, professional reading demonstrations so you can actually see how it all fits together. We also have a pre-reading and post-reading checklist to help you understand how to put a reading together and prepare for a reading. We teach you about, client intake, things like that. And then we get into building your business, and which is basically everything you need to get started with your new astrology business. And so this is a super exciting module as well. And then we have a module that's already in motion on content marketing for your astrology business. So using these online spaces to help promote what you're doing. You're going to get a bonus mini course that's on astrological forecasting and putting together forecasts, very similar to what I do on YouTube. And the marketing side of this is going to be really fleshed out. We're adding a ton of new modules toward the end of 2025 to really help you take your business to the next level. And so that's a pretty good walkthrough, I think, of a lot of what's included in the Cosmic Academy of Astrology. Obviously, I can't go through every single piece of information that's going to be covered here because we would be doing this video for hours. But before we sign off, I do want to kind of just walk you through the student community, which is basically where you get to connect with your fellow astrology students. So we have different sections in here where you can submit your homework assignments and get feedback, like very precise feedback from our teaching assistants. We have a section where people can ask questions and get answers. We have another section where people talk about their breakthroughs and all of the new things that they're learning. And there's also a place for giving practice readings where you can submit your chart, or you can read another person's chart and do that in a written format or connect with them live. A lot of our students choose to form study groups or find study buddies. And so there's a lot that you can do here in the student community. Thank you so much for joining me for this walkthrough of the Cosmic Academy of Astrology. If you're excited about everything I just showed to you and you want more information or you're ready to enroll, simply scroll down a little bit on this page and you're going to find all of the information you need, including the link for enrollment. I hope to see you in class.